guys, welcome to another episode of Breeze and Bants podcast. Today you have me, Jamie, and
Wagwan G, Joshy J in the mix, 2K6, white wine spritz. Yeah, baby.
He's looking for a lift at Auschwitz. He's getting on his mum's tits, who can't do the splits.
I might have nits.
And I think I'm just about to have another load of shits.
Nice.
Yes. So what's good? What's happening? What's been happening your end?
I had a weird thing today where someone asked to interview me because I'm in the creative and social platform, which was weird. So I had that. I've had just a fucking few long days at work, to be honest, which has been mad. That's about it. Bit of a shout out to Lewis Brooks for the old Sharerino on the old Facebook. So I think it's
That was cool.
Opened up some eyes to our visuals and dulcet tones and beautiful area of expertise of nothing. Don't know where I was
saying.
going.
Last week was a hard episode for me because it wasn't my strong point.
No, definitely not. That sounded really bad. No, it definitely wasn't. But nah, so obviously each week we're going to do subjects, but I'm picking one week, Jamie's picking the next week and so on. So we're going to sort of manage it that way. So this week we got a subject from Jamie B talking about
the fitness and gym industry. Well, just fitness and gym in general.
Yeah, so it's going to be quite broad. I think it's going to be quite broad, right? Because you think you've got I don't know where your research has gone. So let's see what's going on. But yeah, I mean, speaking about the fitness, obviously we both train. Well, I used to. I used to train, not so much anymore. But that's more down to just personal. To be fair, a lot of it's down to like this and streaming and so on. It's just so hard to keep on top of it. So I'm finding it really hard at the moment. But like mentally, I feel like I need to do that shit and stuff. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. We do have some facts, I assume. You got some beginner facts?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go for it.
So, facts. Over 80 million bacteria can be exchanged in one kiss.
That's hot.
Yeah. So get here now. Give me a fucking... Come and spit in my mouth.
Don't you like burn calories when you kiss as well, or some shit like that? Like it burns a certain amount. Well, obviously you burn calories.
That's why I've been putting on weight. Okay.
Nah, not kissing. Nah, that's crazy. Like, especially when you think about it. Especially for me as well, because I'm a bit of a germaphobe. So I'm like, fucking sat here like, is my mic muted? No. Just checking. Just sat here thinking like, I wouldn't share a drink with somebody, but then now I'm being told, how many germs was it?
80 million.
80 million. Is there
bacteria
even...
can be exchanged in one kiss.
I didn't even know there was that much bacteria. Are they like, is that...
Josh, I got E's in GCSE. Why the fuck are you asking me that?
I was just thinking more,
yes, so,
is it 80,000 different types of bacteria all together in bacteria, you know? Bacteria vaginosis, that's...
the enzymes are going absolutely crazy.
Bacteria vaginosis, isn't that something to do with thrush?
I have absolutely no fucking idea what you're on about.
Right, my fun fact is, did you know that in Switzerland it is illegal to own just more than just one guinea pig?
Yeah, I did read that.
I've already said this fact.
I don't know.
Wait, I'm gonna say it again. If I have said it, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's illegal to own more than just one guinea pig, and this is because they're social animals, and it's considered animal cruelty to keep them alone.
I'm sure I might have even said that, but I don't know.
So yeah, basically, if you ever find yourself in Switzerland with a guinea pig, you better find it a friend, otherwise you'll be facing the law. Another fun fact that I found out today.
Go on.
So you know unleaded petrol, like fuel, gas, petrol.
No, I never. Yeah, of course.
Right. So unleaded petrol. So there was a time where there was lead in petrol. That's why it's called unleaded. Oh. Right. And they found that in cities with more like engines and like cars using leaded fuel, the IQ was dropping of the people around the area.
Right.
And it was causing health issues. That's why they only do unleaded now.
Oh, okay. So they just put it in the water instead. Okay. Good old
wow.
Right.
So I'll tell you something else in a minute. So what they did is they started doing unleaded and leaded fuel at the same time. But the only people who were getting the leaded like stuff was basically like muscle car drivers and stuff because the cars just performed better. So yeah, that's where unleaded. That's why it's called unleaded. I've always wondered why. I never knew there was a leaded petrol before. Like, I didn't know.
No, I didn't know that.
And also, there is a study that shows that people who drink out of and eat out of more plastic containers who are getting microplastics in their body, the IQ can differ between a -10 and below. So basically, if you're having like consumable microplastics more than the other person, your IQ could be up to 10 points lower.
I was speaking to someone about this the other day, actually, about drinking out of plastic bottles, and he drinks now out of these bloody glass bottles. But because he was saying about something about there was a woman on Rogan's podcast that she's like been measuring gooches.
Yeah, so I was talking about this. Yeah, this is the podcast I listen to. So basically, the places where they have more microplastics and stuff, and the study was, it wasn't in humans, it was in a mammal of some sort. But basically, the taint or the gooch, whatever you want to call it, the more microplastics they were consuming, the shorter the span between the bumhole and basically your gooch was getting smaller.
And that means the core is getting smaller.
I mean, so you're losing penis size, gooch size, and the science behind it is like, this is, since more microplastics have been coming into play, is more where you're getting people believing they're the opposite sex. And this is coming along as well, so you're getting more of like a feminine side of you. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but that's sort of what they're trying to get.
Yeah, but that's all down to the Alex Jones. That's why they're making the frogs gay and shit like that.
Yeah, literally, it's crazy.
Of when women take the pill to stop them getting pregnant,
contraception pill, and they're flushing it down the toilet.
They're flushing it down the toilet. Yeah. And it's going into the water, and that's why they think,
there's so much, but like microplastics is crazy when you think about it. It's just plastic. Yeah, like it's just plastic.
But the thing is, like the bottles of water that we drink, they've been sat there for like years.
Well, isn't it something that I think I read, like in the average day, if you're just drinking out of like plastic and eating out of plastic containers, it might be day or week, but you're literally having like, I think it was like, I can't really explain how much in like size, but if you think of like the head of an Apple Watch, that's how much microplastics you're consuming.
So quite a lot.
Like per week, if you add it all together, and that's plastic in your body. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like they don't even want you to be around burning plastic, let alone eating plastic, you know? So I thought that was quite interesting.
I do have another one.
Go on.
About 1 in 50 people in the United States currently have a brain aneurysm that just hasn't ruptured.
Really? Mm-hmm. What is a brain aneurysm? Or am I talking to Mr. Ease again? He's just like found out this about the brain aneurysm and just looked at the fact.
I don't know what it actually does.
I think it's like, isn't it? It's something that pops in your brain. Is it like a blood vessel? I don't know. It's crazy. Like, so there's a neurological disorder. So, you're right there, mate.
I think so.
I'm slowly sucking up the chair into my wide gaping asshole. So there's a neurological disorder, and I only know this coming from one of Lena's clients. That sounds like she's a hooker. Basically, it's very common, but it's just not spoken about a lot. Is there's a neurological disorder that you wake up, like, you know, 50 First Dates. Yeah. You just wake up and you've forgotten everything. And it's very common. And she met someone that had happened to.
Oh, shit. And
she was doing like their photos and whatnot, and they were telling her the story, and basically she woke up and now they literally have to 50 First Dates it. They've got like everything on record and pictures just in case it happens again. Because if it happens once,
it's more than likely to happen
more than likely to happen again. So she don't know if she's going to wake up tomorrow not remembering anything. So, and it's like super common. It's like super common, but it's like one of the biggest, most common neurological disorders. But it just doesn't get spoken about, which is crazy, right? Because you thought you would have heard about it. So yeah, there's that spins off your fact. Any more, or shall I go through the listener story we got? We got a cool listener story.
Yeah, let's do the listener story.
Okay. Right, here we go. So, listener story. So this was basically, it's about stag do in a foreign country. Okay.
I guarantee it's Prague.
Was on a stag do in a foreign country where booze is as cheap as a UK Freddo. We all started together, having a fair few drinks in clubs, karaoke, etc. Unfortunately, one of the group fell victim to young kids phone stealing, one of their scams, where they say they're lost and they would like to use the Google Maps on your phone, and then as soon as you hand it over, they basically run away.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the night, we somehow ended up losing one member of the group. Nobody knew where he was, and we were so bladdered there wasn't much thought of even looking for him. The following morning, as we all wake up absolutely hanging, there was still no sign of the missing member. Phone call after phone call to the missing person goes unanswered. Just by luck, whilst having a cigarette on the balcony, we randomly spot the missing person walking by and shout to get his attention and let him back into the accommodation. It turns out he got absolutely obliterated, passed out on the street somewhere in this foreign country. He had his wallet, including all his IDs, stolen, as well as his phone, whilst passed out. Luckily, he was collected by an ambulance and taken to the hospital as a John Doe, and he was released the following morning. But without any ID or his phone, he had no way of contacting the rest of the party or any idea where the accommodation was.
Oh, shit.
It was purely by chance he was just walking down the right street at the right time where we were having a smoke that he managed to find us and get back into the accommodation. Probably the worst stag for what he went through, but the luckiest as he actually managed to find us in a city where there was no idea where he was walking to find us. How fucking lucky and sketchy is that? That's movie material.
Yeah.
Like, you think you're in a foreign country.
If you could say, yeah, they didn't find him, but then, a year later, they made Hostel, the film, and his liver was on the black market.
That's fucking nuts, though, isn't it? Like, it's so scary. Like, when I go abroad, I don't drink that much, other than when I went to Barcelona that time, I got fucked up, but I worry about shit like that. That's scary. You've got to be with the wrong people, the not as responsible, lack of a better term, and they've just got to be like, fuck it. You know, like some of our friends.
Did he get robbed then?
Yeah, he got robbed. So his ID, his phone, everything.
Fucking hell.
And he was picked up as a John Doe. Isn't that for dead bodies?
Oh, really?
Well, no, not literally, but John Doe is we don't know who you are. Don't know John Doe, right? So he's been in the hospital taken. There's no ID, nothing on him. They don't know who he is. Sorted him out and released him into the wild. See you later, mate.
Fucking time traveller.
But you've got because you don't know people's numbers these days.
No.
You don't remember people's phone numbers. The only luck you've got is hopefully finding someone who speaks English in this foreign country, asking if you can go on their phone, logging onto your Facebook, and contacting somebody. Yeah. But as was stated, the country's known for people trying to rob their phone for that exact reason. So it's
bring back internet cafes, eh?
Yeah, well, so you can find people on Don't Fuck With Cats. Look, I'm Magnata, hello. So yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy.
That is nice.
It's a bit of a mad story. So you want to talk to me a bit about fitness today?
Yeah, so...
Talk to me. I could do with a chat on the fucking way,
If you started doing push-ups now...
Yeah.
And some dips...
I've got to do push-ups until you stop talking, imagine.
So, the fitness gym industry, I thought it'd be good just to talk about it because it's a bit hit and miss with everyone. You've all sort of taken part in it somewhen.
Everyone's done fitness, whether it's the smallest amount or something. Everybody's had a thought of going to everybody's watched Rocky and then the next morning woke up, fucking drank 2 raw eggs and then gone for a run. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's done it.
Yeah.
And obviously we're quite... in the past, been a bit more into it than we are at the minute. Well, I am definitely. It's just, it's hard.
I'm still in it. It's just my food.
Yeah, that's
fucking shit at food at the minute. But
go on, talk to me. Tell me some bits.
So yeah. Anyway, when do you know when when did fitness start? This is. Do you know?
When did fitness start?
Yeah. So basically, some research that I've done, it says exercise for the purpose of training to increase strength, speed, and endurance can be traced back to the ancient Greece around 600 BC. Bodybuilding first emerged well before more structured exercise routines for the average person.
Okay.
However, if you trace your data back, you would see that everything fitness started to become more popular in the 1970s with things like jogging and jazzercise classes.
Oh, that's like fucking.
Oh, is it?
Like you're dancing but exercising.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like Zumba and shit like that.
Zumba.
Like,
Hey,
like it just
that
reminds me of
Zumba.
like Terry
Aye.
Crews on White Chicks. Anyway.
So yeah, going back further than this, physical exercise goes back centuries before we all had these fancy machines and weights.
It's down to war, isn't it? Like, simple as that. It's like people used to like pit their strongest fighters against each other, shit like that. And that's what actually, like, when people talk about like the peak physique, the funniest thing is, like, if you actually look back at like proper factual evidence about like past like warriors and the strongest warriors, they didn't have six packs because they were fighting to survive, hunting to survive, whatever they caught they ate, and like they were fucking huge and wham, like they're fucking like built like sheds, but they weren't cut, you know, they weren't like lean, they were just big motherfuckers. But I'd assume like people started training probably around the time of that, where it's like one-on-one combat, because when you're in the army, you worry more about tactics, right? If you're in the army, I'd imagine you worry more about, like, they used to do like the fucking turtle formation when they get the shields up and all that. You're worrying about the tactics. But when you come to like Greece and Rome, when they were doing like in the fighting rings, all that sort of shit, like on Gladiator, like that's probably where they started worrying more about their strength and all that. And then that's where the Olympic Games come from, right? Like the Olympia sort of things.
I'm guessing so.
Yeah. Anyway.
Who was the first person to advocate exercise? A former athlete,
Julius
Pythagoras.
Caesar. Oh no, okay. Pythagoras theorem.
Was the first individual or medical philosopher from ancient Greece to advocate daily exercise for health reasons.
Yep, makes sense.
Even though the word is derived from an ancient Greek one, the first recorded gym dates back to the 3,000 years ago in ancient Persia. These fitness facilities were called, fuck me, there's no way.
Go on, let me try.
Zirconai.
Let me see.
You got that.
Zakana.
Yeah.
Zakana.
Yeah.
Going from my ancient Greek roots, which I don't have. Go on.
My research is a bit like fucked up because I've just like done like mad research and just copied the bits that I like. But yeah, so yeah.
Okay, cool. So the thing with, like I say, the history of fitness is like, have you seen, what's that film on Netflix with like The Rock and fucking Mark Wahlberg in? You know where they start that?
Yes.
That's when like the gym, no pain and gain.
Banging film.
That's like when like the fitness boom happened, because you think like, I think what they did is like when obviously like you got like Sly and fucking Arnie and doing the like Mr. Olympia and all this bodybuilding shit, that was like a fitness boom. Like you think like back to, I don't know, would it have been the 80s?
It's got to be 70s,
like,
80s.
70s, 80s, yeah, right? You think Gold's Gym was just becoming a thing and all that, and everyone was like at the gym training and all that, and then it sort of died off because we went into like this new era of like technology, and we've just over the past like 5-6 years hit this gym age again.
But another new era.
Yeah, but I think that's down to technology, but people are training for the wrong reasons. They're training more for what they want to look like, all that sort of thing, which I get, that's what Mr. Olympia was, but it's more for the social media aspect of it now. People go to the gym because they want to like post on Instagram, this is what I look like. It's very rare you meet someone who's training for like a competition or for health. A lot of it is like, I just want to post a picture on Instagram, that sort of thing. And that's where you go to like one of my previous pet peeves of like people using like the tripod at the gym, that sort of thing, to be like, oh, look at me, I trained up. Like it puts me off going a little bit, I can't lie.
What? The tripods and shit?
Just like people, like the gym people nowadays are so different to what like you think when you used to go to Westies, like everyone was there for like one reason only, take steroids. No, but like to powerlift or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it was all, none of them were there to look in a mirror and look at themselves.
No, it was all for strength.
And it was like all like.
But that's the thing. You've got all these different types of like your training. So you got like your runners, you got your normal fitness goers. So just going to the gym to be healthy, look fit, look fit.
sit on a treadmill for an hour and hate their fucking life. If you're gonna do that, like I think the gym, I think cardio at the gym's like ridiculous, personally, because like you literally sit on the treadmill and I hate every minute of it. And unless you like running, you'd prefer to do it outdoors anyway.
Yeah.
But like cardio at the gym, because you could, in theory, I always say like to someone who wants to do like.
But that's the thing though. Everyone that's trying to lose weight, that's the first thing that comes to their head: cardio, cardio, cardio.
It's so incorrect. It's your diet.
It is diet, but like it's also you need to do weight training as well. I
think from everything I've listened to and all what I've looked up
and personal experience as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to. Like, your body is like an engine.
Yeah.
You get it. You need to put in what you're going to use or less. So it's like a car. If you...
Have you been watching, like, certain videos? Because I've heard this, like,
no, I haven't.
But you're literally saying it, like, word for word.
Really?
If you're going to put, like, you wouldn't, like, use a Ferrari, like,
well, no.
Food, like, shit fuel in a Ferrari.
No, I wasn't going to say that, but that's true as well. Yeah. You wouldn't put shit food in a Ferrari, but neither me or you are Ferraris. I'm a Micra and you're a Fiesta, mate, so let me get through this. You're more of a Transit. I'm joking. Rikishi looking motherfucker. No, I'm joking. But no, if you've got a car, right, and you're putting fuel in it, you know tomorrow you're going to be driving 400 miles, right? Let's just say that. Yep. You know that's 50 pounds of unleaded fuel, right? But you put 60 quid in, and then the next day you put 60 quid in. Yeah. The next day you put 60 quid in. Your fuel tank's going to overflow. That's your body. Yeah. That's what's happening with the fat. Yeah. What you want to be doing is getting to running on empty and then refilling. Yeah. Or if you're on a deficit, that's where you're going to lose weight by less. But it's so hard because people...
But then you got to explain, because people might not know what a deficit is. So like a deficit is like, so you got your daily calorie intake. For a woman, I think it's 2,000 calories a day. For men, it's 2,500.
Yeah, on average.
This is what roughly. You burn, your body burns daily.
But that's not sitting there. This is the thing. Job comes into it, all that sort of thing. Because if I look at my Apple Watch now and it will say like, if I look at my fitness app even, which is connected to my Apple Watch, which I recommend everybody has, my steps, I've done 6,500 and burnt 611 calories, right? But your body in the background is still burning like 2,000.
Yeah. Even when you're sleeping, you're burning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you need to sort of think of it in a sense of like, the best way I did it is like, I try and put out what I eat.
When you was like, back, well, I don't know, a few years ago when you was fucking lean, mean, doing that, like, what was your...
I didn't measure my food. I didn't care about food. I never...
So how did you get to the body fat that you were? Because you had abs, you were pretty ripped.
For me, it was being single.
You wasn't going into Uncle Jamie's needle drawer. And
no. I've never ever done a steroid, nothing like that.
Okay. I'm
joking. Motherfucker. Nah, but like I ate, like I was single, so that's a big thing as well. Like comfort in yourself is a big thing, you know. I was noticed as soon as I'm in a relationship, I put that weight on because you get comfortable, and that's normal as a male. When you're trying to attract a mate, you're trying to be the alpha. You're trying to give off this, I'm strong. Like that goes back to history. But the thing with it is I was literally. All I was doing is every day I was eating the same meal, the same breakfast. I was waking up, and through the whole day, I would have one giant tub of chicken and rice.
And some boiled eggs, wasn't it? Or
no, I wasn't even having... Sometimes I'd have boiled eggs.
Yeah.
But the most of the case was...
And you wasn't even measuring the food, though, was you?
No, nothing at all. I was probably having a tub, which was, you know, your standard Tupperware tub. And I was having one chicken breast, if that, or two chicken breasts, and... a load of rice, maybe some broccoli, and then the funniest thing is though, on the weekends I was out getting fucked up, so I was drinking loads of alcohol, but alcohol dehydrates you.
Yeah, imagine the results that you would have had if you didn't fucking go out and.
Well, the crazy thing is, if I
you had
knew
good results anyway.
Yeah, but I think for me, when I was going out, then I was pissing about a lot. So on a night out, I was probably burning so many calories. Like dancing, like all that sort of shit. When you're in a club and that bouncing around, you don't know how, you probably burn a fuckload of calories.
Well, you say that like because I went to a few raves this weekend, and fuck me, I had to look at my
I bet your legs
fitness.
were fucked as well, weren't they?
I had to look at my fitness. I'd done nearly 20,000 steps.
There was when I was in America. I can't remember what day it was. I think it was when I was in America. Anyway, I fucking honestly one of the days I had a few beers and I was just fishing, walking around. You know, fucking. It was the day we did the most.
Right.
And it wasn't, we didn't go anywhere. It was just around the property. It was the day we did the most. But it was more walking grey around in the pushchair, walking around the lake, fucking did the shoot and all this. The next day, I shit you not, my legs felt like I'd been fucking on a heavy ass squat session. And that's just from like moving more than usual.
Yeah.
You don't realise how much like, it's like, people always say like, oh, how can I lose weight? How can I do this, right? Easiest, if you go shopping once a week, right?
Yeah.
Carry the bags. Like, if you go shopping once a week, wear a rucksack, put a 2-litre bottle of water in it, you know, add weight to whatever you're doing, you will burn more calories. It's simple as that. Like, the easiest way for someone to lose weight is to be overweight, right? Because you think about it, if your body is naturally supposed to carry, let's say, mine, if I'm on a good diet and I'm not training, but my diet's good, I probably sit around about 75 kg, right? Maybe 80. Okay. My natural body weight, if I'm not pushing on a diet and something like that, or I'm not eating shit, right? So say if I'm just averagely training, being myself, eating moderately good, I probably sit 80 to 85 kg.
Yeah.
Right? Put another 30 kg of fat on that. The 5 minutes you walk is burning way more calories than the 5 minutes you would walk weighing that 85 kg.
Yeah.
So if you're overweight, you're actually at the best starting point to lose weight. Fast.
Yeah.
Faster, should I say. But the problem is bad habits.
Yeah, that is it.
Like, my bad habit is, when I go to bed, I'll take a pack of biscuits and a pack of crisps.
Yeah.
Right before bed.
See, I'm a foodie as well, like...
But I don't eat through the day.
I never, yeah, like, that's the thing. I could be at work, real fucking... Like, if I'm bang on it, I'm bang on it. Like, I'll be super
We're not talking about drugs.
No. No. But... Like, if I'm bang on, like, meal prep and all that, I will stick to it. Like, when I was leading up to this photo shoot, I was super fucking, super clean.
Yeah.
Like, I was doing 18...
But I did it at the start of the year.
Yeah, 18,
I dropped
50...
fucking 20 kilos in fucking, like, 6 weeks.
Was that?
Like, 15 to 20 kilos in, like, 6 to 8 weeks, yeah. Because I was, like, nearly 100 kilos. And I went down to, like, 80-odd kilos. It's fucking crazy. But, like... You also can't sustain that as well. No. It's not healthy. You've got to really have like a management between fun.
What you don't want to be doing is yo-yoing up and down.
Yeah, and if you overstrict yourself, it's so much easier to fuck it off. You've got to have some fun in your diet.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can actually do that because you can eat whatever you want on a calorie deficit in moderation. Like, If you're on a calorie deficit or you're dieting through the week, on a Saturday, have a fucking Domino's because that's going to reset your metabolism for the next week anyway.
Yeah, but have them treats... I wouldn't say weekly, though.
I was. Every weekend I was having a fucking 2,000 calorie meal at night.
Yeah, to be fair, like, since I've been dieting, I'm not going to lie, I have been having... I don't know, I'm a sucker for cheesecakes and sweets.
Yeah, like, but the thing is, what I was reading online is it's good to do that because your body, you don't want your body, it's like anything. If like alcohol consumption or smoking drugs or fucking whatever, the more you do of something, the more your body gets used to it. So if you're on a calorie deficit, you've got two options. If you want to keep losing weight, you're going to have to deficit more and more and more, right? To keep at that pace that you're losing weight. Yeah. The other option is overload your body once every week or 2 weeks with calories, so your body works super hard to get rid of it, and then it resets itself. So when you hit that deficit, you start losing it fast again. And that's exactly what I was doing. I'll speak to Liam Paul about it because that's what he was telling me to do. He's like, have a cheat week and fucking smash calories. And from the guy who's probably in the best shape of anyone I know, I was like, I will take your advice, but I won't do the steroids.
That's another thing though. Like, is you got a lot of people talking a lot of fucking shit these days.
Oh yeah, especially PTs.
Yeah, every fucker's a PT nowadays. Yeah. Everyone's a coach. Everyone's fucking done everything. Like, my advice to anyone is only take advice off of people that you would want to look like and have
got
results that you would like to see yourself.
Yeah, but when you're taking that advice, ask these people to be honest with you what they're doing as well. Because the most disheartening thing I've ever felt being at the gym is knowing that I will never look like the people who are on steroids. Unless I do steroids, right?
Yeah.
That's a fact. Mm-hmm. Okay? So if you see someone, they're in amazing shape or whatnot, you can say to them, look, what's your diet? What are you eating? How are you training? Yeah. But if they're not honest with you about being on steroids or taking this or taking that, you will never look like that. So make sure that if you've got a friend who's in that position, they're being honest with you.
Yeah.
Take that advice.
That's true.
Like, it's funny because I'm not against steroids. I'd never do them myself.
I have.
I know. It shows. No, I'm joking. But the thing with steroids is that there's studies that show if you take steroids, it's actually better for your body. So like
to be fair, I didn't know a lot about them. I was just like the fact that I needed to get
other
stronger.
People were doing it. You needed to get stronger.
Yeah.
And you were being told things.
And the thing is, you run it like with the steroid stuff as well. Like you got all your different types of steroids, and there's
quick, somebody give his ass another steroid.
you got your tests. You got your Tren. You got fucking. Debo's fucking there's so many
but in reality steroids, they help with recovery.
And that's another
help
thing that
you
like
push further.
That pisses me off as well. Like
you can't just take steroids and get big.
No,
it doesn't work.
Not
like
going to happen. You need to be putting that work
so
still.
I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast today. While you're looking that up, I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast today, and basically the guy he was talking to was Brazilian jiu-jitsu, right? So he did jiu-jitsu. He takes steroids all year round. Okay? But the reason he takes steroids all year round is purely for recovery.
Yeah.
And they find that, listen, if you want to find the scientifically best physical and someone at the best of what they can possibly be, they need to take enhancing drugs. To be the best possible version of you that you can ever be, you will need performance enhancing drugs. Right? Like Lionel Messi. He had fucking, at a young age, he was taking growth hormones, human growth hormones, HGH.
Oh, was he?
Okay, because he was basically tiny.
Okay.
Right? And his game changed. He was always phenomenal on the ball, but certain aspects, and that's why he is who he is today. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But it's knowing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like I say, you will recover faster. Your body will improve. Your body will act better if you do steroids. But if you do them right and you're doing it under, I personally think if you take them, you should have a doctor,
a supervision of some sort of
be
expert in that game.
Exactly, and that's what they should do. So they've got like the fucking, they're doing like a type of Olympics which you're allowed steroids in. It's not it's not in the media or anything like that because they don't want to promote it. But they're doing like a steroid, like allowed steroid thing, and it would be crazy to see the numbers what people put with that at their peak possible selves.
Just with like the steroid stuff, there's so many out there. Like I was trying to think of names earlier, but I did actually put them down for my notes. There's like
it's a shopping list.
There's like Halo. So Halo testing, Proviron, Dianabol, Verilon, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Anavar, Anadrol, Winstrol. So like some of these things are, they're like fat strippers. Some of them are test boot, like to do
the fat strippers. Yeah. Is that Xylar thing as fat stripper, right?
No, Anavar's.
Because there's something big in America at the minute that everyone's taking strip fat. But it's like fucking their bones up. So what it's actually doing?
Well,
it's the
Winnie and that, like they dries out your joints and stuff like that.
There's something. It's like the opposite of HGH, so it's the opposite of the human growth hormone, and they're taking it, and what they're finding is their fat isn't decreasing, their bone size is decreasing.
But then I thought HGH also makes bone growth.
Yeah, so it's like the opposite of HGH is what I'm saying. Yeah. So like HGH is like to basically, it's a growth hormone, right?
Yeah.
But people are taking these other things thinking it's like a fat stripper and it's going to make them lose weight, which they are, but they're not losing as much fat as they think. They're actually losing body structure, which is like,
Yeah, that's scary.
do your fucking research.
Yeah.
But they're being prescribed this and given this by people, which is nuts.
So I'm just going to name some of the effects of steroids.
Go on, go for it.
Anabolic effects, androgenic effects, metabolic effects, cardiovascular effects, liver effects, reproductive system effects, psychological effects, and endocrine. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Okay, cool. So
basically,
what do each of those do? Do we know?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
So anabolic effects, anabolic steroids.
The only reason I'm asking this, just to cut you off for a second, is because Joe Rogan nearly talked me into steroids today on his podcast. Like, he was speaking so positively about them, which I trust Joe Rogan. For some reason, I do, because he does his research. Yeah. And he was like, "Yeah, I do this." He was like, "I take this, and I'm like thinking, "Fucking hell, maybe actually."
It's just that's.
But it's different.
It's called, what's it called over there? TRT, testosterone replacement therapy.
Yeah. Anyway, let's tell me these side effects before I start fucking jumping and injecting my little toe, pinky toe, with fucking needles and shit.
So the anabolic effect. Anabolic steroids promote muscle growth by increasing protein synthesis within cells, leading to development to lean muscle mass. Androgenic effects. In addition to their anabolic properties, anabolic steroids also exert androgenic effects by influencing the development and maintenance of male characteristics. These effects include deepening of the voice, growth of facial and body hair, and increased muscle mass. The metabolic effects. Anabolic steroids can promote impact metabolism by enhancing the body's ability to utilize nutrient for muscle growth and repair. This metabolic boost can contribute to improving athletic performance and recovery from strenuous exercise. Cardiovascular. Prolonged use of anabolic steroids has been associated with adverse cardiovascular, fuck me Jamie, speak, effects such as increasing risk of heart attacks, strokes, and hypertensions. Liver effects. Anabolic steroids misuse can strain the liver as it
milk thistle.
Yeah, metabolizes these synthetic substances. Long-term use may result in liver damage or conditions such as hepatic tumors or something else.
Some tumour.
Yeah,
brilliant. Okay.
Reproductive system effects in males. Anabolic steroids can disrupt normal hormone production. This bit, is bollocks because
you've got 900 kids.
2 of mine were made when I was on steroids.
Yeah, but that all comes down to a standard sperm count of somebody as well.
It says it leads to reduced sperm count and infertility.
But you might have had a larger one anyway. You know.
Physiological effects. Anabolic steroids use has been linked to mood swings, aggression, roid rage. That's fucking.
That's fair,
that's bullshit.
Steroids can lead to less kids.
It's fucking bullshit. Roid rage.
Steroids can lead to less kids because I'm not being funny. Most girls aren't gonna like a man after they see him injecting a needle into his ass cheek. So, you know.
Yeah, but then you say that though, and that bit gets me because you have all of these fucking girls fucking injecting lip filler, all this Botox, getting their tits done, and they got the fucking cheek to turn around to us and go, "Oh, but he's on steroids."
Yeah, no, I get that.
Get to fuck.
I get that. Yeah, I think it's. I love how you say us. He's gonna be on the roid wagon again soon. I can see it in his eyes.
I can see.
He's literally done all this research. And he's like, actually, these sound like a great idea.
So yeah, that's just some of the effects of.
I think
steroids.
Obviously with the extra testosterone and that the fact that it leads to facial hair, but it can lead to spots and
and the thing is, it is very addictive.
Is it actually proper? I suppose
I say it is addictive. So you get a vial, you get 10 ml in a vial. You do whatever you want a week, but you can do half a mil or a mil. So if you're doing half a mil a week, that'll be a 20-week cycle.
Right.
If you're doing a mil a week, that's a 10-week cycle.
Right.
And you get your I don't know, say a test 400, which is 4 compounds of the steroid, I think. Fucking don't quote me on that.
Reserve the right to be wrong.
Yeah. So, yeah, you buy what, I don't know. It's fucking, they're not expensive either. I think it's cheap as fuck.
For me, I spoke to somebody before, and the best way, it was actually one of your friends. I don't know if they're allowed, like if people know they're on steroids or not. Most people know anyway, but I'm not going to say it. You were very good friends with him at one point, so that's as good as I'm going to get. Yeah. Used to live on a street. I lived in Amesbury.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay. And they explained it to me that the best way they could explain it was when you take steroids, it effectively makes you feel like when you're at the gym or whenever you're doing something like a superhero. Bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you stop taking them, it's like a superhero lost his powers. And I can imagine how that would be addictive. Because imagine I could fly, for an example, and then I did it for like a month, and I could fucking fly everywhere, and then all of a sudden, bang! I just couldn't fly. You'd miss on miss on so much, right? Yeah. So I can understand that part of it, but the negative side of it for me would be enough to be like, I need to stop this. So like, the back knee you get, and yeah, you say roid rage isn't a thing. It is for some people. It depends on your mental state.
That's what I mean. If you're an angry person, don't fucking take them, because you're just banging more fucking testosterone into your body. Why would you do that?
I suppose it's like when we were talking about weed the other week, right? If you're a depressed person, you probably shouldn't take weed, or if you're psychotic, you probably shouldn't smoke weed. Anything that enhances who you are. Yeah. If you're a bad person, don't do stuff that's going to increase that bad side of you. Yeah. You know, if you're a good person, then you're all good because it might make the better things go. Like for me, I'd probably find that steroids, as much as they probably don't study this as much, but it would probably increase my rate of just doing work and doing stuff because you got more energy, right? And then it would, for me as a person, it would probably give me the drive to go back to the gym and all of that. But at the same time, I had acne as a child. So that part, I know that would come. And I do...
But you don't know, because you
don't, but it's one of these things I wouldn't want to take the risk.
I didn't really suffer bad when I was taken.
But you didn't suffer as a teenager, really, though, did you?
No, not really.
Exactly. So my face was covered in spots as when I was a teenager. So that the worry for me would be, that's part of me that could... The testosterone build-up might bring that back. And then also the fact that if I don't get pissed off very easy, but when I get pissed off, I'm pissed off. So, like, it might enhance that part of it, you know? So it's one of those where I'm like, when you think about these things, like, you've really got to look into it, do your research, and understand more about yourself than anything. Yeah. Because otherwise you're fucking yourself, you know.
But no, like we're saying, like I believe they are like they are addictive because, like I said, the first time I was supposed to do it, 10-week cycle done. I was on it for a year, I think. A year just.
And you're meant to cycle it, right?
And yeah, you're supposed to.
I suppose if you do smaller amounts, though, can you not just keep going?
I don't. The thing is, I don't want to say yes or no because there could be someone out here that goes, "Oh fuck it, he said this," and I'm not that person. I'm not.
Everyone's so different, and as well with like that sort of thing. I think it's like anything. Like even when you look at other supplements, like your creatine and all this sort of stuff, you're not supposed to take it all year round because your body naturally produces this stuff. And like anything, if you're taking testosterone, you're taking creatine, you're taking fucking anything which isn't a vitamin, basically, because you can always do more vitamins because you take vitamins in, right? Yeah. But your body creates like proteins and creatines from the food you eat. Yeah. And so if you can have too much. You can have too much creatine, you can have too much protein to the point where it's wasted in your body. So if you start taking this creatine,
you'd rather them take too much protein and the creatine than pick up a fucking scabby Domino's. Do you know what I mean? So you would.
No, of course, I get that, but the idea of cycling, what I'm trying to say is like, your body needs to reset no matter what you're doing. Like your body needs to naturally reset because your body still needs to naturally produce this stuff. Yeah. And that's the negative to steroids, right? Because as soon as you stop them, you're actually going to need them. Because if you take them for too long...
Because once you're pumping test into your body...
Your body's going to stop producing it.
Your natural testosterone goes, okay, I'm getting loads more now. I don't need it anymore.
Yeah, exactly that. So I've taken, like, you can go to, like, B&M and buy, like, testosterone levelers, right?
Don't know how accurate they are. Do you know?
Well, they're probably not. It's probably a load of bullshit. It's probably a placebo. But, like... a bit of a personal thing about me is it would have either been down to the COVID jab or down to stopping doing this. But when me and my partner first got together, obviously we wanted to go on holiday. So she said to me, you need, before we can go away, you basically need the vaccine, the COVID vaccine, right?
Right.
So I took this vaccine. But at the same time as all of this, and it's only just come to me recently, I stopped training, right? Using testosterone releases testosterone, right? So when you go to the gym, you get rid of testosterone for your body to recreate that testosterone, okay? I was also taking, before, when we first got together, creating these testosterone levelers, these fucking proteins, all this sort of stuff. A few months after being together, I got the COVID vaccine. For a week, maybe 2 weeks after that, I was struggling to get it up.
Yeah.
Right? I put it down to the COVID vaccine. I was like, this vaccine's fucked my dick. But thinking back now,
it's probably because you wasn't training.
It's probably because I wasn't training. I wasn't taking the levelers.
You wasn't into your routine.
My routine, and my body was going, fuck, I've got no testosterone. Yeah. What the fuck am I doing? Like, and I was like, I had to go fucking back to where I lived and like have a wank to see if I could still get it up. Like, it was that bad. Like, I got upset. Luckily, I had a wank, a little bit of spunk come out, and I was like, good to go. And then like after that, my mind reset. And was like, oh, you can do this. So it was also like a mental thing.
Yeah.
And then I went and had some fucking good beats, and it was a good time. But yeah, that happened, and it was weird. It was very strange. So also the mind's a powerful thing.
Yeah, like that as well. Like I believe like when you stop taking them, it's like, oh fuck me, I'm small now. And you're not, but you feel it.
Like, I feel small right now.
That's like a mental effect.
I know I still, like, other than my gut, if you just look at my shoulders and my arms, I still look like I go to the gym.
Yeah.
Right? If I look in the mirror, I am tiny. Right? What the Rock says, shut your fucking candy ass mouth. So I think that the mental side of it is massive as well.
Yeah, that is a massive part.
And whenever I meet, like, people get really pissed off at me because if I meet someone and they feel down, or they say they're depressed, or someone's like, I'm going to go to the doctors because I need fucking antidepressants. Nah, this day and age, you know people who do that because it's the culture. It's out there. People do get down. People do have depression. But it's so chucked around now. People think they have it for no reason. Yeah. Right? Not no reason, but they feel a bit down, so they go to the doctors. Would you agree?
Yeah.
My answer to that is go to the gym. Yeah. Endorphins.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it does release positive endorphins. Right? And people get really annoyed with me for saying this. But, like, I haven't trained properly for 4 weeks now. I've been on holiday. I was ill, that sort of stuff. Work this week's been a bit mad. And I should fit it in. And it's down to me that I haven't fit it in, understandably. But I definitely notice my mood drops when I don't train. Like, and then because you're not training, you're doing all this other stuff to fill the gap of training. So, i.e., you're eating shit foods, you're doing this, doing that, which also drops your mentality even more to the point where, like I did this morning, I did need a poo, so that's half the reason I stopped. But I was already on my way to the gym and I didn't want to go. Like, I was on my way to the gym and I did nearly shit myself to the point where I got to the crossroads. And, like, you know, you see on films where you're at the crossroads and it's like, death here on the left, live here on the right. I was like, fuck, what do I do? I took a live and came home and fucking powerbombed my toilet. But, like, I already didn't want to go. Because my mind, I'm already down. I'm already down there. And I need to go back to get back up there. But the hardest part of anyone going to the gym is getting into the gym. Once you're in there, you're good.
And that's the thing. Like, because I'm in that cycle now where I've been training for so long, it's like there is days where you just can't be fucked to go to the gym. Mm-hmm. But it's like you say, once you're through that door, you're there. It's like, okay, let me do my shit. Yeah, it's an hour. Like,
so do you find an hour sufficient?
Yeah. You could do more than enough in an hour.
That's my biggest problem. I feel if I'm going to the gym and I've got 50 minutes, because if I go before work, I need to get there, train, shower, get ready.
But I'm on about just hour exercise.
So this is my problem, is anything under an hour. If I see I'm going to go to the gym and I'm not going to get an hour minimum, I don't see the point. That's where my head's wrong. Because if I go in the morning, I know I've got to spend 10 minutes getting ready, all this sort of stuff.
Some of my workouts are 40 minutes.
I sit there and I'm not going to be able to fit it in, so what's the point? That's how my mind works now. because I've been out of it for so long, and I'm at that, like, I'm not depressed. I'm not sitting here saying I'm depressed, by the way. Just mentally, when it comes to training, that's where I'm down here, and I need to really like get it back up there. But the only way you're going to get back up there is by training. You know.
But also, I think like what you put in your body, like the food you're eating, plays a massive part on how you feel as well.
Yeah.
Because once you're eating shit, you feel like fucking shit. You feel like grog.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, how many times you have a takeaway and you're like, you sit there in the evening, you're like, oh my god, I shouldn't have eaten that. And that is literally your body and your brain saying you shouldn't have eaten that. Like, it's that simple.
Like, human beings aren't fucking stupid. They know what they should and
Whoa,
shouldn't.
Whoa. There's a few.
Yeah, but you know, like what you should and you shouldn't be eating. Like, it's like, I know I'm saying this now because I've just gone through the journey. Like,
yeah, you were a big boy.
Yeah, I was 17
I put weight on
and a half,
like,
and I got down to 14.8 in. It was a long time, but like
it was like five months,
about 7 months. But then my weight was fluctuating because I was going through the spells of, at the start I was like real fucking going so hard deep into it. My diet was fucking bang on.
Yeah.
And then like I'd have them days where I'd be like, weight's gone up, and that would mentally fuck me.
Yeah.
And I got to a point where I just plateaued.
You plateau, yeah.
And
100%.
it was like 98 kilos. I was just like not getting through it. And then all of a sudden, it just fucking dropped.
It's hard because for you especially, you completely changed your gym journey as well. So like, as people may not know, you won strongman competitions, you won powerlifting competitions. So your training was very, very, very strength based, and it was steroid based as well. Let's be real. Previously, your original gym journey, more steroids in your body than blood. Yeah. But your previous gym journey was, right? Yeah. It was go to the gym, lift heavy shit, go home.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you then have gone to, actually, I need to lose weight. So effectively, you started all over again.
I was.
Because everything you'd done, you didn't know.
Yeah. And it was a completely different way of training. Like, my advice to like anyone who is struggling to go to the gym or struggling to see the results they want to see is get yourself a fucking coach. Like,
see, I'm the opposite. I don't believe in that shit.
But
I've done it all before without one.
It holds me accountable.
That's the thing. That's your like, disciplinarian, right?
Yeah, because if I'm not paying money to my coach, I ain't gonna be that fucking 100%.
Because you're paying money now, so you're like, I'm getting my money's worth.
Yeah.
I need to get my money's worth. Yeah. Unless you're rich as fuck, because you probably don't care, you throw money around like it doesn't fucking matter anyway, right? Which is true. You see how many famous or rich people, they have a coach and they're out of shape, which is crazy. Yeah. But for me, I don't need a coach, and I think that would negatively affect me, personally. Because if I go to, it's like when I train with somebody, if I train with you, I can do it for a week, and then I'm like, I need to go on my own. Yeah. Because I don't like, I've got my set way of doing things. Yeah. I know it's worked before. You don't need to tell me what to do. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. But
then you're saying that, and I was the one that told you about tracking your food.
Exactly. And it helped.
And then you went and you was like, fuck me, I was eating 4,000 calories a day.
But guess what? I wasn't. It only towards the end of that did I start getting out of shape, really. Like, previously, before that, when for the first year me and Leon were together, I wasn't out of shape and I was still eating the same shit. But I was just training. Yeah. Like, and I was training hard. 2 hours. Obviously, I had a child, which changed a lot. There's so much. And also, what I would like to say as well is, like, anyone who's having a child, don't worry. You will put on weight. Yeah. Like, it happens, and it's so annoying, the whole dad bod thing, all of this. Listen, a six-pack isn't a perfect weight. Been there, done that, wasn't healthy, whatever. You're not. If you've got a full fucking ripped physique, you are not your peak self. You're under-eating, you're fucking famished, and you are. That's a fact.
I don't know.
No, you are. Your body needs...
But is that a fact, though?
100%. 100%. Because the only way you can keep a fucking six-pack is being on a heavy calorie deficit, unless it's genetics. Unless genetically you have or steroids, right? So if you have a child or you're going through something, don't worry, you can always get it back. Like, been there, done that. Literally, it took me 3 months and I was nearly there. You can always get it back.
Yeah.
When you're prepping to have a baby, the male takes, even a female. Listen, you will put on weight. You have baby weight, but you can lose it. Just don't worry. Enjoy your time. Like, that's one thing, because I worried too much about my weight.
Yeah.
When Gray was first born, I worried way too much about my weight. And it turns out, when females are pregnant, you literally take on a hormone in your body which matches the female and makes you put on weight because you're getting ready for sleepless nights. So you will put on weight no matter what. Just take the time, do what you can do, and then when you get back to it, get back to it. And that's a massive piece of advice I wish I heard. Like, I wish someone told me that. I'm looking at you, you fucking... No, but I wish someone would have told me that, because as soon as, like, Gray was born and I had 2 weeks off, like, paternity leave or whatever, I was like, I need to get back in the gym. And in the back of my mind, I wasn't taking things in that I should be taking in from that massive experience in my life.
What is your advice to, like, people who is, like, trying to either struggling at the minute to get back into the gym, or a first timer who might want to just go into the gym and try it out for the first time? Like, what's the advice that you wish?
The advice I wish, do you know what? Like, it's crazy because I got a lot of my advice from you.
Yeah.
Like,
but yeah, my advice to, like, anyone, I'll go first. So my advice would be, the mistake that I made was doing cardio every fucking day. Don't do that shit. Go and lift weights. You can do cardio, but just don't fucking hammer the granny out of it. Make sure you're doing some sort of resistant training. Anything. Like, there's programs. I don't know if you're at a Pure Gym, you can go and get their programs on the app, or get a coach and get them to write you up something specific for you. Mm-hmm. Or YouTube.
Yeah.
Simply fucking YouTube it. It's and then the food that you're putting into your body to make you lose the weight as well. I think
diet starts in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Always your diet starts in the kitchen. And the thing is as well, like, if I'm going to give anyone advice, it would be start slow, do what you can. Yeah. Don't expect results straight away.
And that's
because that will put you down.
That's the only other
hard.
Issue. Make sure you are, like, taking pictures of yourself.
You won't recognize your own results if it's only you looking at you.
Exactly.
Like, every day, like, you won't. But if you take every week, just take a picture. Pick a day. Yeah. Every Sunday.
Mine was every Sunday.
Do it in the morning, because your natural body weight is when just wake up, have a wee. If you can't poo, you can't poo. Whatever. Yeah. Just weigh yourself at your earliest convenience and make sure you're doing the same thing at the same time.
And weighing yourself in the same place. Like, if you're weighing yourself, weigh yourself in the same place. But don't concentrate too much on the scales either. No. Taking them pictures are fucking key.
Yeah, I noticed, because you've got to remember as well, like, when you lose enough weight, your body starts gaining muscle. Muscle does weigh more than fat. Mm-hmm. If you Google an actual picture of fat next to muscle...
5 pounds of fat is the equivalent
crazy
to 1
when
pound of muscle, I want to say.
It's ridiculous. But also, when you weigh yourself, Google what a pound of fat is, because you will be surprised. Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Nuts. It's mind-blowing.
It's nuts. And also, like, as silly as it sounds, if anyone's got any questions, like, I know we don't look right now like we're going to the gym loads, but it's been a fucking good 6-year journey. Do you know what I mean? You've been training for fucking years and years and years. Yeah. I've been a good 4 or 5 year journey for me. And there might be, if you've got any questions, just reach out. Like, hit us on Instagram, hit us on fucking anything, just DM us, because I'm happy to answer it. Like,
same as that.
You'll be happy to answer it.
Instagram, Bicker
Breeze and Bants. Just fucking, he's just trying to get more followers. He's like, I'm lacking.
I've literally got no followers, so if you could,
I got no fans.
If you could spare £2 a month,
I reckon we're there.
I wanted to go into, like, the different diets as well.
Okay, cool.
So, like, you have all these different diets, or
like fads. Like, everyone's like Atkins diet, this diet.
You got your carnivore diet, you got your keto diet, you got your fasting. Mm-hmm. So, like, what's your sort of take on them?
Honestly, I wouldn't go for a fad personally. I would just say, like I said earlier, what goes in should come out.
Yeah, so it's not. You wouldn't even call it a diet, really. You just call it
Just manage your body and eat right. Like, it's so simple. There's not a specific diet you can. If I was going to recommend one, it would be a calorie deficit. Because if you're on a calorie deficit...
it depends how your body reacts to some things as well. Like, my body fucking hates carbs. Like when I'm having carbs, it just... I put on a lot of weight. I don't know if it's water weight or fat, but my body prefers a high protein,
I've never looked
diet.
into anything like that. I've never tracked macros. I've never tracked protein. I've never tracked carbs. The only thing I've ever tracked, and that was recently,
you tracked your food,
is calories. The only thing I've ever tracked is calories. And guess what? If you're on I was on a calorie deficit of under fucking 1,500. It was ridiculous. That's
low.
It was ridiculous. But I lost the weight, and guess what? I could still eat good shit. Don't let people tell you that when you're on a diet you can't eat good shit, because if you're on a 2,000 calorie diet, guess what? You can probably have 3 slices of pizza and a couple of chips for dinner. You can. It's there. You've just got to get the right shit. There's a great app I use. Use a different one.
Yeah, I use MyFitnessPal.
I use calorie
free,
fucking. I paid like 30 quid for the year, but you go to your food, you can scan the barcode. It will tell you how much you can eat, what calories are in it. You can add it to your breakfast, lunch, dinner. It tells you how much for your weight, how many calories you should be having to drop weight. You can put a target weight, how much water you should be drinking. It's like stupid shit. Like people say, energy drinks, they're bad for you, but guess what? The sugar-free ones aren't bad for you in a weight aspect. They're bad for you in every other aspect, but not the weight. You can do shit.
I drink a lot of Pepsi Max because
I love Pepsi Max. Zero calories, but what's behind it you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But that you can do a lot more than what people tell you when you're on a diet. So don't people who aren't willing to step up to the plate, people who are not willing to improve themselves will try put you off improving yourself, in my opinion.
So I'll just go through some of these diets. So you got the keto diet. So if you don't know what a keto diet is, a ketogenic diet, commonly known as the keto diet, is a low carb, high fat diet that involves significantly reducing carbohydrate intake and replacing it with fats. The primary goal of the keto diet is to induce a metabolic state called ketosis, where the body shifts from using carbohydrates as its main source of energy to burning fats for fuel. This process leads to the production of ketones in the liver, which can provide energy for the body and brain. How it works: the keto diet works by restricting carbohydrate intake to very low levels, typically around 20 to 50 grams per day. By doing so, the body depletes its glucose, sugar, stores, and starts breaking down fats into ketones for energy.
Speech therapy for Jamie coming over the next few weeks.
Yeah, I'm real shit speaking. I've always been real shit speaking.
I thought my lisp was bad. I was like, hello, my name's Josh, but you're like... And
then the carnivore diet is pretty much like...
red meat's in it.
Yeah, the keto diet, but the carnivore diet is a dietary approach that you're a fucking prick. You made me think about that in my head. A dietary approach that involves consuming only animal-based foods such as meat, poultry, eggs, seafood, fish, and certain dairy products. It excludes all plant-based foods like vegetables, fruits, grains, seeds, and nuts. The diet is often referred to as a zero-carb diet due to its restriction of carbohydrates. And then the one that I've actually done, and I quite like it, I like doing it, is the IF, intermittent fasting. Which I have lost my fucking notes on.
Basically, fasting is a point where you starve your body. You can't walk because you're so malnourished. No. It's basically you're putting you fast so your body burns the calories or the carbs or whatever it's burning it from your body as opposed to what your intake is.
So intermittent fasting can be done in various ways, but here are some common methods. So you got the 16-8 method. So you fast
16 hours and then eat for the 8-hour time limit. Yeah.
So,
but it doesn't mean eat your whole house within those 8 hours. It means just eat regularly in those 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
And
it does work.
If I've done no research, correct me if I'm wrong, the reason for intermittent fasting is to the point where you take in enough what you need in those hours that in the hours outside of your eating time, your body burns those calories and then will go on to burn the fats, what your body is, as opposed to what the food you've taken in. Is that correct?
Something like
So
that.
you instead of your body only burning the food you've taken in, it's burning the extra fats that you've got stored.
Because
it's burning the storage.
Yeah, burning storage. My mind's just gone fucking blank. But yeah, let me just go through the 16-8 method. The method involves fasting for 16 hours and having an 8-hour eating window. You can skip breakfast. See, there's so much fucking myths around breakfast.
What, breakfast is the most important meal of the day?
Yeah,
I've never eaten breakfast, really.
Breakfast is
because
not
people
the most
say
important.
it starts your metabolism, right?
But do you know who invented breakfast? I've actually...
Yeah, it's a break fast, isn't it?
No. John Kellogg and James Jackson claim that breakfast is the most
Of
important
course they do,
meal
Kellogg's.
of the day as marketing strategy to promote their new breakfast cereal.
Do you know what I've always said? So I always thought,
breaking up,
breakfast should
breaking
be
a fast.
break
Yeah,
fast. It
yeah.
doesn't have to be breakfast.
No.
It's when you break your
Breaking a
fast.
yeah.
Like, break fast. It's really simple. So that could be at 6 p.m. That could be at whatever time
So
you're ready
the
to
way
eat.
that I was doing it is, I think I was either stopping eating at 7 o'clock at night, so you consume all 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and then starting you're eating again at 12, 1 o'clock the next day. So when you're sleeping, you're fasting then.
Yeah. I pretty much, like, the thing with me is I'm always on a food fast, pretty much, because I don't eat.
But there's so much health benefits in fasting as well.
Yeah, I don't eat pretty much. Most days I will not eat from 9 p.m. till 12 p.m. the next day. 12 in the afternoon the next day. Most days.
Yeah.
My problem is I will drink fizzy and I will drink shit in those hours.
Yeah.
So that's where I can't fast, because I can't do just water. I can't drink just water.
What, in the morning?
Ever. It fucking sucks. Yeah. Drinking just water sucks. Like, it's so good for you, but guess what? You can still drink the right amount of water and drink other shit. Sorry, but it's true.
The other thing I'd say is drinking 3 litres a day. 2 to 3 litres a day, depending on your body weight.
Yeah.
Defo 2, 3, maybe even 4.
You can get most of that in a gym session as well.
I used to do water loading when I was doing powerlifting as well.
Yeah.
Just because I needed to get myself water manipulation. So what that is you're consuming a shitload of water and taking in some salts with it, I think I was as well. To then, like, you're taking between 6 and 9 litres a day of water.
Is that to reduce the amount of food you're eating? Because I always looked at it as like, if I'm on a diet and I get hungry, neck a fucking litre of water, one off, and bang, you're not hungry anymore, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously when you were powerlifting, you had to drop weight.
Yeah, so I'd cut like 5 kilos in
Go
a
on
week.
a water diet.
Water loading diet, yeah. I would cut fuck the carbs off as well, and I'll just have proteins and fats, and then I would water load up to, I think it was like 24 hours before, and then take, I can't remember, was it diuretics to fucking basically make you piss it all out 24 hours before, and then come weigh-in day,
your water out of your body's gone, and that's all you've been pretty much taking in. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
so you keep pissing that out.
Nice, that sounds like it's really good for your body.
And then another piece of advice is just make sure you're getting 10,000 steps in a day.
Yeah, I know.
That is
I
key.
never do that.
That is fucking...
I don't reckon I do that ever.
I'm on 9,375.
I'm on, like, precise... I don't believe in, like, step tracking watches and shit. They're not accurate. Like,
no, they're not.
They're out.
Yeah, they are out.
I've done 7,000.
Yeah.
So I won't do 3,000. But yeah, I mean, do as many steps as you like. Personally, I think if you, I've always been behind it. Like, as much as I love fitness and I love training and I love to listen to fucking people talk about it and take in the information, I can train it away. Like, no matter what I eat, no matter what I drink, if I'm that worried about it, I can go to the gym for long enough, or train enough at the right times and train every day, or get in a routine to train it away. when you train, you burn calories. It always helps being on a diet, but you can train it. In my head, I can train it away. You know, like, fuck it.
Yeah. My top advice is getting a coach.
Yeah, he wants you to get a coach.
Yeah.
Jamie Bicker coaching. No, I'm joking. It's basically been a massive ad campaign. No, I'm joking. He does not coach people. His coaching advice would
If
be
you
like,
do need a coach, then hit up my coach.
get a couple of mil.
Sick coach.
Craig Barwick. I think one day when we're able to have guests, we'll definitely get him on. Craig Barwick, this is a shout out to you. This is a call out. One day you'll be here in this room, hand on Jamie's lap, rubbing his leg.
He's very good. Like, it's him and another lad called Liam, and it's fucking
Craig Barwick. Basically, we're giving you free promotion now. So if you want a trial run trying to train somebody who doesn't want to be trained, hit me up on Instagram.
No, but like
Breeze and Bants.
The results are fucking. Like,
no, they are.
They're insane. Like if you go and have a look at his Instagram or anything like that, it's fucking nuts. And yeah.
Right, we good? I would like to end this show on an announcement. Today is Jamie Bicker's birthday, so we're going to sing Happy Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Jamie from the Breeze and Bants crew.
And I just told a story where I don't need a poo.
Yeah, there was no shit talk. No shit talk.
To be fair though.
Oh no, I spoke about needing a poo because of the morning I needed a gym.
When I was powerlifting, I did shit my pants.
Yeah,
deadlift.
Yeah. People poo themselves. It's crazy. People snap their legs. We'll talk about that next week. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching, listening.
Just gone freezing.
Thanks everyone for watching, listening, being here. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, hit that bell button so you get notifications when we release a video, whether it's a short or a video. Please comment, like, subscribe. On Instagram, hit that follow button, comment on our pictures. Wish Bicker a happy birthday. If you listen far enough, we'll know because you'll wish him a happy birthday. So check out the Instagram at Breeze and Bants, YouTube at Breeze and Bants Podcast, Facebook at Breeze and Bants. On my Instagram, I've actually got a link tree now, so you can hit the link and it will just give you all our socials.
Yeah, same as that.
We're on TikTok. We're on fucking
YouTube.
So we got Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Deezer, Amazon Music. We're on some Chinese website, which I don't know about. So, yeah, thank you all for listening. Peace out. Love.
Have a good day.